Hello, I'm Dr. John Smelser, and welcome to another episode of Atna 101. This episode is part 3 of words related to cooking and eating utensils. We'll start off with like spout from, say, like a teapot or tea kettle. You say, look at the spout, and that is urazuze, urazuze. So it could be on a teapot or something. A bucket. People use buckets for a lot of things, wooden buckets and that. And we just call that nazai, nazai. But you could have a cast iron pot, like a cast iron bucket, and that's ches nazai, ches nazai. It could be made out of copper, in which case it's chedi nazai, chedi nazai. A barrel, or you could say a keg. Those were used for a lot of things, for storage, for fermenting. Flour was quite often sold in kegs, and pickles and stuff. And that's nadelgeli, nadelgeli. Spoon in general, like pick up your spoon, a utensil, is ska, ska. If it's a metal spoon, then it's kachiska, kachiska. Kachi is part of our word for just, metallic, metal in general. If it's a wooden spoon, it's kenska, kenska, because our word for ken, remember, is wood. We've seen that in lots of examples. If it's made out of birch tree, if it's a spoon made out of birch, then that's keska, not ken, keska, keska. If it's made out of a sheep horn that's been carved into a spoon, and these are the white mountain sheep that live in parts of Alaska, and that's debahska, because debah is our word for sheep. We might remember that from our animals section. And finally, I'll leave you with the word for fork. Just plain old 3 or 4 tined fork is chicote, chicote. And people in Mentasta, our northern village, say kegogi, kegugi, kegugi. Quite different, very different in fact. So stay tuned next time for another episode of Atna 101.